Hello,
Good morning.
and welcome to
Welcome.
Coffee
With
Henry
Henry
and Lance. Dang
I
it.
thought that was going to
I
smooth so
really
much
thought
more.
that was going to be so...
It's okay.
We were almost in sync.
Welcome. We should get like some cool title card.
That would be great.
You know, like,
Oh, like a...
yeah, just
Yeah.
like a Coffee with Henry and Lance. Like a
That'd be
little
great.
like jingle song.
That'd be good.
It's like do 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 do.
You know what?
Huh.
I'm angry, Lance,
Why are you angry?
because I feel like there's an April Fool's joke being pulled on me right now.
Why's that?
Because there's snow on my deck outside,
Yeah.
and I'm upset about it.
You know,
It is April!
I feel like I'm not even that worried about this, and I feel like this whole year has kind of just been one big April Fool's joke. Like honestly,
honestly.
looking at the year,
Why not?
we had World War III threats. We
This is-
had
I mean,
plague.
what's
and
going on?
like,
And yesterday, there was an earthquake. I don't know if you guys felt it. Okay, first of all, it rained, then it was sunny, then it snowed,
then it hailed.
then it hailed, then it was sunny. Then
Yeah.
it rained, then it was sunny, then there was an earthquake.
Over in the Tri-Cities, there was even a tornado yesterday.
What's happening? Crazy stuff going on.
Super crazy.
This is insane.
Hope you guys are staying safe at the end of the world.
Yeah.
If the sun turns red tonight, then we all know something's going on.
Hey man, look, we're all just gonna see Jesus.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
Come on, man.
I'm okay with it.
All right.
I want to see Jesus.
All right, maybe not too soon. I don't know. Okay, so
Where are we at today? What are we talking
Today-
about
today
today?
we're in 1 Corinthians.
1 Corinthians.
Great
That was like
book.
my 5th favorite book.
It's wow.
Hey, it's on the top 5.
1 Corinthians. We're in chapter 10, and we are going to be in verse 13. Great verse.
Oh yeah.
Great verse. Talking about a little bit about some temptation
Ooh.
today is what we're doing.
Little
So what do you think?
Whisper in the ears.
Should we just jump right in?
Let's just jump right into it.
Let's just blue
Let's just-
skidoo. We can too. That's it. All right. Here we go. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13 says, "No temptation has seized you except that which is common to man. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, he will also provide a way out so that you can stand under it."
It's so good.
That's a good verse.
It really is.
I feel like that just kind of brings some hope and encouragement there, you know?
Yeah.
Sir Lancelot,
Yes.
what do
Certainly.
you think about that?
Well, a lot of things. I mean, especially during these times when there's a lot less to occupy your time, it's a lot easier to, let yourself wander into temptation, essentially.
sure.
And so I feel like this is actually a very important scripture to kind of run back to in times like this, because when you're bored, I mean, you're always saying the phrase, an empty place is a space, or
Yeah.
some of that sort. And that's basically what this whole thing is saying, is like, when you're bored, when you've got nothing going on, temptation's going to start wandering its way in and be like, hey, so you want to watch 9 hours of Tiger King right now when you should be doing something else?
Yeah.
Or something along those lines. Hey, you're bored, your sibling's sitting right over there, you want to beat them up for no reason?
Right.
I mean, the temptation comes
Right.
when you got nothing better to do. And so it's really good to remember, like, hey, when temptation is here, just remember, like, God is providing you a way out. And it's interesting too, because when you are falling into temptation, you quickly get this mindset of, oh, I've already started, or oh, I've already set the
Yeah.
balls in motion, essentially.
Yeah.
So I can't stop. It's too late for me now, essentially. But I've noticed more often than not, like it says, God provides a way out for you. He provides a way of escape. And even if that's after you've started, there's still a route of escape.
For sure.
It doesn't necessarily mean, oh, hey, look, you started, that sucks, you just already got to commit the sin now. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, yeah, sure, you've already started the thought process. Yeah, maybe some of the balls might be in motion, but that doesn't necessarily mean everything is done. Like,
You're not all for loss yet.
exactly. There is still a way of escape in
Yeah.
it. And you just have to really remember, like, be mindful of God. Like, keep him in your constant thoughts, and he'll reveal to you those ways of escape while it's going on, essentially.
I like what you were saying when you were like, you might be tempted to watch 9 hours of Tiger King.
Oh, yeah.
Or to be mean to your siblings. A lot of times I feel like when we talk about temptation, what the first thing that comes to people's mind is that sexual sin, right?
Yeah.
That's the first thing that comes to your mind. And the thing is temptation is more than just that. You can be tempted to be angry. You could be tempted to be unforgiving. You could be tempted to be bitter. You could be tempted to be lazy.
Yeah.
Temptation is not just this one thing. It's the test that comes before sin, right?
Right.
It's almost like this proving ground that allows God to see where you are, how close you are to Him, and how much you can handle.
That's really good.
Right? That's why it says He does not tempt you beyond what you can bear. So it's not like He's going to bring something to you that you aren't able to overcome, but you do choose to overcome it.
Right.
I feel like this is a lot like last week, or not last week, a couple days ago, what we were talking about, and how it's an intentional process.
Yes.
Right? It's a very intentional process, and I feel like we come to a lot of places in the Bible where honestly it's just telling you need to live your life intentionally. You can't just be blown this way or that way and just go with the flow.
Right.
You have to be in God's presence, and that way when a temptation comes to you, you can choose the way out. Because He's not going to strong arm you into not sinning. Some people in your life might, and you need those people in your life. Trust me, you do. But God is not going to do that.
No.
That's just the way that He is. He wants you to choose to love Him. He wants you to choose to be with Him. And when you are giving in to that temptation, you're actually choosing to not be with God. And I know that sounds kind of harsh, but really that's what it comes down to. You're given a path. There's a fork that comes in the road, and are you going to go right or are you going to go left? He provides the way out, whether it's through praise or it's through prayer. Maybe it's texting one of your peers and saying, "Hey, I'm struggling with this right now. Can you please pray with me?" I can't tell you how often, I've had struggles in my life, and I've shot a text to Jordan or Lance or Joe or some other peers in my life that and leaders in my life that have helped me get through something. It's a foundational part of,
it really is.
Of Christianity and of your life.
Yeah, accountability is a huge thing. I just think back to when you and I were fasting like social media and stuff of that sort, and we were really fasting any form of entertainment, it seemed like.
Yeah, really did.
It was. That. And whenever either of us were like either wanting to watch something or had to pull up a YouTube video for work or something like that, or just something along those lines, like we would text each other and be like, "Hey man, like this was hard," but just something along those lines, and just really keeping that accountability going. And that might just be regarding social media and stuff of that sort, but it was still along those lines of having that accountability going. And
I remember we were, it was like right after that, we were like texting, and it would be like, dude, I straight up just opened up Snapchat, like without even thinking about it. And it's like, it becomes so ingrained in your mind. Like, and it's not that Snapchat's a sin. It's just like, we were fasting it at that time.
Right.
And so, and there's so many things that you do without even thinking about it. And that's why I say empty space is a place.
Yeah.
Because if you're not intentionally thinking, you're going to just randomly do things.
Right.
And you'll be like, at the end of the day, you're like, what did I even do with my day? Right?
Yeah. That does remind me of one thing, what you just said. You were saying how like Snapchat isn't a sin in itself. But it reminds me of like this whole concept that temptation itself isn't the sin. And that's kind of where we can quickly get into that mindset of, like I was saying a moment ago, where like once you start being tempted, you think, oh, well, I've already screwed up. But that the temptation isn't the sin itself. Just the fact of being tempted doesn't already mean that you've sinned.
Correct, yeah.
It's when you actually act upon the temptation. It's when you say, oh yeah, I see those thoughts. Yeah, sure, let's do it. That's when the sin becomes.
Yeah.
But otherwise, temptation is just thoughts. Yeah, they might not be the best thoughts, and you need to take them captive, but that's not the sin. There's still hope, and that's kind of where I was saying earlier, like the way of escape is just because you have those thoughts does not mean that you cannot have a way out.
Yeah. That's super good.
Yeah.
Well, You guys, thank you so much for tuning into
Yeah,
this.
guys.
By the way, we have a YouTube channel.
We do.
We have a YouTube channel. So if you don't have Instagram, or if you would rather watch it on a different platform, we have a YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is called Aftermath Youth PF, for Post Falls. And you can watch all of our coffee
Panda
with
Gang going.
Yeah, Panda Gang. Oh, we should make the thing the panda.
Yes.
Dang it. Okay. And you can watch all of the Coffee with Henry and Lance on that YouTube channel, as well as anything else that we might be doing in the future.
Yeah.
Also, tonight, do not forget, it is Wednesday. So there is an interactive Bible study happening tonight at 7 p.m. It will be uploaded. Get with your family, get with your friends, get by yourself, however you want to do it. Make sure you tune into the interactive Bible study. It's going to be so powerful.
So good.
Joe is going to be bringing a great word for you guys to go through and to study. So
I think it's about worship tonight even, so.
Yeah, wonderful. I think they're doing the Ways of Praise.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love the Ways of Praise. Really tune into that one. It's going to be amazing. So, yeah, anything else?
Like, subscribe, comment, share.
Yeah.
Hit that bell for notifications when we post.
And if you have a great comment, we'll pin ya.
Exactly. And
anyway.
if Starbucks, if you're watching, remember.
Long outro. You guys are awesome. Let us know down in the comments. Have you ever had a time where you felt tempted and God provided that way out and you took it? Or how about there is a temptation in your life that this week you're going to be overcoming?
Yeah.
If you feel comfortable sharing about that. Anyway, we love you guys.
Love you guys.
You're amazing. We love hearing from you, so please comment. We love hearing your guys' about your guys' lives. But yeah, that is pretty much it. That is Coffee with Henry and Lance. You guys are awesome. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.